obviously this is probably showing you guys why it's important to be organized. As Holly said, once you've got your contact, you know who they are, why you want to work with them. It's so easy to invite them. Okay, so the invitation is just asking them if they're open to looking at something, and if you know what maybe their pain point is by asking them questions, then you can invite them in the best way. And there's always, I always say there's different ways to invite people. I'm going to talk about that with the presentation in a moment. But you know, some people on your list, you might think, you know what, they really love skincare. They'd be amazing at this business, but they love skincare. So I'm just going to invite them to look at the Lumi Spa or have a look at some information about the Lumi Spa. You know, the invitation doesn't have to be come and join this business. You know, it can be an invitation to looking at the products as well, because we all know, for those of you that have been in business a while, that your best customers can lead to your best distributors as well. So always understand who they are, why you'd want to work with them, the best approach for them as well, and then invite them for that approach. So when you're presenting to people, I love this topic. One of the things that I did master really quickly in this business is a presentation. I wasn't so good at maybe the other steps that we're talking about today in the beginning, but one thing I definitely learned quickly was a presentation. Now, the reason why I wanted to learn this step quickly is because if you can learn how to present yourself, present this business, present the products in a great way, that's half the battle. Okay, it's, you know, you can go and find people to have a look, or come and have a demo or whatever, but if you can't control yourself or articulate this product or business in a simple way for people, they might be overwhelmed, as Holly said. So there's different ways to present to people. You can meet people one-to-one. You know, myself and Holly, we did a one-to-one meeting, a two-on-one meeting just a few weeks back. That went really well. You can do a demonstration with the products. That's a presentation as well. It might be one of the online business briefings. You know, it might be a scanner event if they're into the health and wellness side of the business, or it might even be social media. You know, presenting every time you post on social media, you're presenting yourself, you're presenting these products, you're presenting this business, depending on what you're posting. So social media is also a presentation every single day. You might not know it's a presentation, but people are watching. So with the presentation, okay, I always say to people don't care so much about the information. They care about your story. Why are you doing this? What have you seen in this opportunity? Okay, that's what most people in the beginning what's going to get their attention. Okay, because when people are looking into new things or new opportunities or new ways to make money, they're just asking themselves two potential questions. Okay, is this going to be worth my time, and can I do it? Okay, so that's really the only two objections really that they're coming up with in their mind as they're looking into things or as you're talking to them. So you just want to tick off those two boxes, and the best way to tick off those two boxes is by sharing your personal experience, your story. And that doesn't matter whether it's with the business or the product. Okay, you have two stories. You have a product story and you have a business story, and then you just pick them out depending on which one you need at that time. You also have other people's stories as well. Okay, so when I'm talking to maybe a mum, I don't use my story. I'm not a mum. I don't have a child, right? So they might not relate to me, or they might be thinking, well, can I do this around the kids? But there's plenty of mums in my team that I can borrow their story and, you know, share it. You know, oh, I know how you feel. Holly's a mum. You know, she works this business around her little one. So there's always people's stories that you can use to share with other people. Now, how do you present your story? And that's key. You know, a lot of people, again, I'm only sharing from experience because I've done all this myself, right? A lot of people can tell their whole life story and bore people to death, right? People don't want to know the never-ending story. They just want to, you know, short and sharp. What did you do before? What do you do? Okay, so what you didn't like about what you was doing, and what you wanted to change, or what you know were skeptical about with Nu Skin, and how you changed it. So for a quick example, my quick story that I share to people, you heard it in the beginning of this presentation today, is, you know, I had a background in engineering, had a really good job, didn't have much time, had a ceiling on my growth. I didn't like that I was capped and was stuck in earning the same money for the next few years. So I saw an opportunity that enabled me to get out of that job and have more time and have more money. And I decided to get started, and I worked really hard for a couple of years, and I was able to leave my full-time job. Okay, short, sharp, quick story. People that have a full-time job in the corporate world will connect with my story and be like, you know what? I have limited growth. I have no time. I'd want more money. And they might be, I'd want to have my own business. They, well, if you've done it in 2 years, maybe I could do that in 2 years as well. Okay. So the presenting is just about sharing stories, sharing what you love, sharing, and also being honest with people as well. I don't say to people, oh, it's so easy. I had so much success really quickly. I just opened my phone and did a post and I became a blue diamond. I don't oversell it. I'm honest with people. I worked really hard for 2 years, because if you set that expectation in the beginning, they'll be like, okay, well, I want more time and more money. Okay, I'm gonna have to put some time and effort in. So, you're setting the bar before they've even joined, if that makes sense. So, and listen carefully. Like Holly said, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. The presentation is so much easier when you know what they're looking for, okay? So like Holly said, ask questions. How's work? How's the kids? How's the husband? Ask questions about them, because, and that's a data gathering information, data gathering step. You're gathering information in your mind psychologically, about what they're unhappy with, what they want to change. Maybe it's their health, maybe it's their skin. Okay, you're finding out what is it that where's that opening for me to be able to say, oh, I have something that may help you with that, right? So you're looking for that opening by asking questions. Now, you can present this business really easily. That's why the business presentation that you watch every single day has 5 points. We call it a 5-point presentation. We talk about the trends, the company, the products, the earning potential, and the timing. Okay, it's really structured. Now, we know the business briefings that we do every single day, they're 20 minutes. Okay, but how can you learn that presentation to then be able to share with someone very quickly in 2 minutes this business? Now, I've mastered that as well over time. Couldn't do it in the beginning, but over time, I've mastered that. So you need to learn the business presentation if you want to be super successful and long-term success, so that when you're sitting with someone having a coffee, you could quickly fire off a presentation in a couple of minutes. Now, it could be as simple as, oh, I'm partnering with a multi, and it doesn't have to be in a certain way. You can change it to how you want to present it. But if someone said, oh, what are you doing? You know what? I'm working with a multi-billion-dollar company called New Skin that are aligned with the latest trends with social media, with skincare, and they've got some incredible devices that give amazing results. They've got some products that give instant results, and everybody loves. The earning potential as well has enabled me to earn a little bit of extra money around what I'm already doing. And now is the perfect time, and they're about to explode with the new products they have coming out. Quick 5-point presentation. Okay, I haven't gone into too much detail. Don't want to bore people to death, but I hope this is testing me now. I hope if you're new, you thought, oh wow, just what you just said there has piqued my interest, right? So that's what you want to do. You want to just learn the nuggets of each one of these points, and then come up with a way to present that in a very easy, simple way. Now, in the beginning, you don't have to be great at presenting. I was terrible at presenting. You ask any one of my uplines, my first presentation, I was reading a presentation in a room full of people. I was reading word for word what I was going to say from my laptop screen. I was looking at the screen, reading word for word what I was saying to people, and they could clearly see that it was terrible, right? But that's why we have these daily calls. These leaders in the UK have decided to make it easier for you. You've got every single day at 8 p.m, you've got the online presentation on Zoom to point your new people to, but also for you to log in and listen to as well, and learn from people that have got the more experience, got the success story, had the success, so you can learn how they present this business in a good way as well. Okay, now Also, one big tip that I want to give you before we finish up is you can earn money while you learn, right? So I always recommend with your warm contact with people you know, I don't send them information about the business first. I get them onto a business briefing straight away, because people that you know, if you send them a link to share more information about this business, people they take the pee a little bit, right? So they might be like, oh yeah, I'll watch the link later, and then you follow up with them and you're like, did you watch a link? Oh, I haven't had a chance today, kids have been a nightmare, I'll watch it tomorrow. Then you follow up with them again, oh, did you get a chance to watch that video? Oh, I totally forgot, I'll watch it tomorrow, right? And then it becomes really awkward, right? So they don't do it on purpose, but people that we know, they take the pee. So I always recommend, oh my God, it's incredible business, like Holly said, invite them. When are you free? We have a business presentation. Is Tuesday or Wednesday at 8 p.m. better for you? Always give two options, right? Or, you're going to love this product, I need to show you it. When are you free for me to come over and show you? Tuesday or Wednesday at 1 o'clock, right? Always give two options, and then just get people committed to a business briefing, especially warm contact. So in the beginning, you don't have to be super successful, all of these, but you learn as you go along. Be okay with making mistakes. Be okay with, saying the wrong thing when you're inviting people. Be okay with doing a bad presentation. Be okay with that, because guess what? People will still buy the results, by hearing someone else presenting the business, whatever, and you'll still earn money and you'll learn from the mistakes that you may make. Okay, so your homework is to come up with your story, write your 30-second story, write the presentation of how you would present this business to someone. If you do these things and you do it over and over again, you'll get better and better. Write down other people's stories, learn other people's stories, and have this whole arsenal, this whole bank of stories that you can use to invite or present to other people in this business as you come across them. Okay, so I'm going to invite on another testimonial, another person that's been super successful in this business in a very quick time. The thing I love about this business is it seems to, people seem to do it and achieve bigger things a lot quicker than the people that came before them, which is amazing to see. And I think it's because we have tools like this. But this woman, she's a great speaker, got a lot of energy as well, and she's going to share her story on why how she's been able to present this business in different ways, or products in different ways to people, online or offline. So please welcome Emma Butters.
Hello everyone, and thank you for that introduction, Tom. That was lovely. Welcome OTG. I am so excited about this event. It's been amazing so far, and even 3.5 years in the business, I still come away with so much knowledge and so many tips to then implement into my business further. So to build upon inviting and presenting, it's really important to learn and understand what it is that you are presenting to your contacts. What aspect of our business do you need to present to them? And it's going to depend on what they want to achieve. It's going to depend on their circumstances and their lifestyle. So like Tom and Holly have both said, you need to really listen and ask questions to your contacts. There are so many different aspects of our business that we can actually present to them, including the products, but beyond the products as well, we've got the actual business opportunity, the travel opportunities with the incredible luxury success trips that Nu Skin offer. The fact that we can go on a huge self-development journey, gain so many friendships, like these are what things people are looking for, aside of an income and aside of great skincare. So everyone's going to be different, but it's important that you understand our business opportunity to be able to invite and present them with the information. And luckily, you don't need to know everything, because we are gifted with so many amazing resources as being a part of OTG to support us. So really remember where the success comes from. So success comes from helping others. You aren't introducing people into this business to help you. You are introducing them into the business to help others. Educate them and inform them on how Nu Skin is the vehicle for them to achieve the goals that they have around their circumstances, their lifestyles, and the goals that ultimately they want to achieve. Because again, everyone is different. And showcase as many aspects of the business that you can over your social media. Again, there's so much more than just the products. There is the business opportunity itself, the income. Whilst we can't actually share the income that we earn, you can insinuate in how Nu Skin has helped you and has helped you develop as a person and achieve the goals that you have. Share your story with people, but also know that your story is going to change over time. So when I first came into the business, I was a university student, crippled in debt, couldn't afford to pay my rent, and massively relied on my parents. But now I'm a full-time primary school teacher. So that my why has changed. Like, I'm now doing new skin because when the time comes for me to have children, I don't want to have to work. So I can relate to people in different ways. And the ability to adapt your story is what's going to make you really effective and efficient in presenting to other people. The best piece of advice that I can give you is to do your research. Watch and learn the presentations that we have. Go to the events, tune into our virtual events, go to the product demos, tune into the Farmer Next briefing, the Lumi Spa demo, the business briefing, because you listening to the leaders who are presenting these is what's going to help you to present it yourself. You're going to pick up on key terminology that you can then implement into how you present the business. So once you have learned the 5 points of our business presentation, the structure of presenting and inviting to your contacts is going to be absolutely nailed. You've just got to adapt it to what they want. Back it up with your story. And if your story isn't relatable to you, so like Tom said, he doesn't have children, I don't have children, so I can't necessarily relate myself to mums, but I can leverage the stories of other leaders within my business and share their story if it relates to them. So that's everything from me on how to present and invite, but just be yourself, go with the flow, know that you're going to make mistakes along the way, but ultimately that's what's going to help you grow. You're going to become more effective and more efficient along the way. Thank you so much.